buenas, bienvenidos al canal de Punto de Break. La verdad que hoy me complace sobremanera poder hacer yo la presentación porque es por un motivo que, bueno, ya lo sabréis porque habréis visto el título del vídeo y aquí no hay ni trampa ni cartón. O sea, hoy tenemos una entrevista a Philipp Kohlschreiber. Ha sido número 16 del ranking ATP, tiene 8 títulos como profesional, ha sido cuarto finalista de Grand Slam cuando alcanzó esa ronda en Wimbledon 2012 y por mi parte, desde el punto de vista de aficionado al tenis, es uno de mis tenistas favoritos. O sea, yo creo que hoy aquí tenemos todos los ingredientes para disfrutar de una entrevista magnífica aquí en el canal de Punto de Break, cabecera, y empezamos. Hello everybody, we are here in the Punto de Break channel and today we have an amazing interview because everybody knows that Philipp Kohlschreiber is one of my favorite tennis players in the tour, and of course it's very, very, very special for me. And first of all, Philipp, thank you very much to accept this interview. How do you feel after one and a few more years than your retirement?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for your very warm words. I'm very happy that you are a big follower of my tennis career, so it makes me very happy to talk to you. And to your question, it feels actually very good, I have to say. I want to say I'm happy that, let's say, this part of my life is now over and I can start, let's say, new possibilities, new ways in my life to enjoy a little bit more the free time. As a tennis professional, you're traveling a lot and, of course, you have a great life and you can enjoy, but still you always feel the pressure. And I would say this is one of the main reasons I really say I'm very happy that I don't have this feeling of pressure every day to compete. And I would say tennis is a very hard sport because you have to compete every week. Your opponents, they play and the ranking is based week by week. So you always feel the pressure to play and perform well.
Mm-hmm. It's been a little over a year since you ended your sport career, as we said, but this summer you played in the Tennis Bundesliga and you even won a match against Sumur and almost took the victory against Denis Novak. Both of these players are still playing on the tour. They are 10 years younger, more or less, than you. And last year you also played it after Wimbledon quali when you ended your career and you won the 8 matches you played the last year. Did you continue training after your retirement?
Let's say I get my preparation done for the club matches. I mean, I'm still a competitive guy. I don't want to lose. I started very well this year in the club matches. Like you said, I won the first match and lost 8-10 in the Champions tiebreak against Denis Novak in a very good match. And then I hurt myself a little bit. And after that, I struggled. I was not able to practice. And so I was not able to have my great performance of the start of the club matches. But I feel I'm getting 40 years old very soon. But I still really feel that I'm a very good mover on the court. I feel healthy. I have no big problems to play tennis. At the moment, I don't play tennis because I have nothing to work for. But next year, I have another contract in the same club. So hopefully, I can really support the team with good tennis for my side. And for this, I will really make a great preparation next year in the summer for the club matches.
Yeah, but 40 is the new 30, Philipp, because we have seen the examples like Roger and then Novak and Rafa playing beyond 35 years old and playing a very high level. Even you won against Novak in Indian Wells in a really nice match. So do you think that tennis is moving on and players are making longer their careers?
Yes, from the physical side, I have to agree 100%. I think let's say technology and knowledge on the the doctor side and the technology to help and prevent injuries. It's far more advanced than 10, 15 years ago. That's why I think you can prepare your physical for much longer and train healthier. But I think on the other side, you have also to see that you need to be mentally ready. And this is what Novak, Roger, Rafa, and maybe myself, I think also Feliciano Lopez, he stopped, I think, last year or this year. I'm not 100% sure, but he turned 40. He's a little bit older than me and still competed on the highest level. So it's also the mental side that you are willing to sacrifice still in this higher age, that you have to live like a professional. You cannot drink alcohol. You cannot go out as normal people. You have to have a certain diet for your sport, of course, and train hard. And as you get older, you need to train hard on the court, but you also need to spend a little bit more time, for the on the massage therapist and other things. And this is sometimes taking a lot of energy out. So I think physical, like I said, easy to play in high age, but on the other side, you need to be also mentally ready.
Mm-hmm. We have started the story at the end, but I am very interested, Philipp, in knowing what I still don't know. At what age did you start playing tennis, and what motivated you to continue and eventually become a professional player?
Well, I was lucky that at that time when I was young, we had Boris Becker and Steffi Graf. So my parents were huge tennis fans. So they thought that tennis might be a great sport to start. So that's why I came to tennis. I continue. I don't remember when I was really young, but I have very nice coaches. They learned me nice technique. I started very late actually to play tournaments. I think I was maybe 12 or 13 years. I started my first tournaments. But luckily, I have to say I continue, to play. I didn't win any tournament, not every tournament, but I won a few tournaments, some matches, and I always continue to improve. And then also the federation came up and say, hey, you have good talent. We like to support you. And also from this stage on, I played my first futures, challengers, and it was always a nice climb up the ladder. It was, I would say, a very healthy way to grow in tennis. I made all the stages, went up the hill. I never really had big injuries when I was young, no big setbacks. And I think that was maybe the easy way for me to continue, because I was always a little bit in the run of success. So, and as you get older, you more understand that it's a real job. I mean, it's also pleasure, but overall, at the end, it's also a job, and you need to be more focused. You can earn money. When you're young, you don't think about money because, let's say, your parents or the federation pay most of it. But one day you come to the position, you have to invest more in coaches, traveling goes bigger, you start to go to Australia. So you need to earn money to have the possibility to continue play tennis. And then you learn also how the business runs. And I think, I had a good start, and I never had a really bad injury to keep me down.
I have read in a German article that you reached your first ATP point with 14 years old. This is right?
Yes, this is right. Yes, I think it was close close to my neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. And but your first ATP match, maybe in Challenger, was in 2000 versus Radek Stepanek in Germany, in Eckental.
Yes.
And it was one day after your 17th birthday. Do you remember this moment?
No, this moment not, because I don't know why, but I have to say Radek Stepanek, I never liked to play against this guy. He was always very tricky to play, so maybe that's why I forgot, I don't know, this match. But I have to be honest, I never really focused so much my statistics. Even when I played professional, so active, I never really followed. But at the end, like some coaches came and said, hey, do you know what you actually achieved in tennis? You've been, I don't know, I just say a number, 700 weeks in the top 50 or something like this. I said, no, I never really put attention to this because numbers is not that I really put so much attention. But if they tell you, it makes you proud. So, yeah, also, I think I started then, like you said, very early. And yeah, to collect some points that age is pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I suppose that is quite difficult to remember every match in your career because you have had the 478 victories in the ATP Tour. And for you, do you have the most special match or the most important victory in your career? Can you say one match or one tournament or?
Yeah, I mean, very short, without thinking, it was my first win in Munich because I think with this win in Munich, of course, it's winning the first big tournament, but I really remember that after that, I believed more that I can really compete on the highest level for a long time because I have the possibility to win such tournaments. I was always thinking, oh, other players are better than myself. And with this win, I could prove it wrong, that my thinking is wrong, so that I have the possibility to play on the highest level. And that's why it was very important for the future that I continue with a good tennis.
Yeah, in fact, this week should be amazing because you won in single, in doubles, and very special because you played with Mihai Yufni doubles and the final against Yufni as well.
Yes, you're right. And it's like Munich is like 1 hour from my birthplace. So all my family was there, friends. So it was a very special moment. And yeah, I really enjoy to play in Germany all the time. I mean, as my success, as you can see that I played so many times, very good tennis in Germany or also in Davis Cup for Germany. I always felt it very special and I could, let's say, play my best tennis when I had this maybe special pressure playing at home.
Throughout your career, you have achieved 8 ATP titles, 5 of them in Germany and another 2 in Kitzbühel, where you currently live, is 2,000 kilometers from Augsburg, your birthplace, is really close. And my question is, Philipp, is the crowd's support and feeling at home so important?
Yes, because if you go to a different sport, in soccer, for example, and you ask them, is it better to play at home? How is the feeling? Is it different? They will say yes. And I have to say it's the same in tennis. If you have the crowd support, I mean, you play tennis for sure. And you know, sometimes you have this moments in a match where you maybe feel tired or you feel like the opponent is playing amazing and the crowd can help you out of the situations. And if you get this support from the crowd, you feel new energy, maybe a little bit sharper in your mind to continue to play, maybe more aggressive. You get more confidence because they help you in the special moments. And that's why I think it gives you another 5% extra energy and concentration.
Nowadays, so it's very important what you say because I mean nowadays with the coaching, I think the players feel more better because they have advice during the match and when you played, you didn't have coaching during your almost entire career. Would you like to have coaching during your matches or not?
I think it's the right step to let the coaching be part of tennis because it is one of the only sports in the world that you hire some coach to support you, but he's not able to support you in the most crucial moment in your match because he's not allowed by the rules. So I think if it's happening like it is at the moment, that when you're on the same side, he can give you some advice. I think it's good and it's not disturbing. And that's why you have a coach. In a soccer match, the coach, you know how he's screaming on outside of the court all the time. Yeah, he has a reason because he thinks he sees something. And in tennis, it's the same. Sometimes you have on the court a different feeling than maybe it looks from outside. And that's why it's good to have somebody you trust and he can tell you I don't know, play harder, play higher, whatever, and it can help to turn around the match.
Yeah, in fact, in the only one tournament, the coaching was allowed. Was in Davis Cup.
Yes.
And you are a really good player in Davis Cup in Germany. If we count since 1981, you are the third player with more victories in the German team, and overall you are the eighth. So you are a very important player for the German team in a historical way. And my question is, many complaints about the new format of the Davis Cup. Do you prefer the old one or the new one?
Very simple, the old one, because you have this what we just spoke about, the home advantage, the possibility to play on your surface you like. It makes it much more emotional. It's a complete different story. I don't say the other thing is completely wrong, but the old format, it brings more, how should you say, more heart and feelings on the court. The new format is also you play for your country, but it's just 50% of the old formats from the feeling you can create. It's a different if you play at home and have, I don't know, 5,000-6,000 people supporting you. And if you ever been in a Davis Cup match to watch, you can tell it's a complete different than on the tournament. So it was always very special to play for me to play for Germany.
I still remember that great game you played with Federer in the Valencia Bull Ring in 2018.
Yeah.
Could it be one of the most exciting games you have played with the German team?
Yes. If you tell me one of the best matches from everything, tennis-wise, feeling, emotions, crowd, this one I think is for sure second or first place in my career. It was, just, of course, I lost the match and it was very, very hard. And I also, let's say, put one tear out of my eyes in the locker room because after, I don't know, 4.5 hours fighting and losing at the end, it's very hard. But it was just amazing. And I'm happy that I, let's say, be a little part of this great story and history to play this phenomenal arena.
Mm-hmm. You have told me before that your most important victory, your most important match was the final in Munich in 2007. But I remember a match versus Novak Djokovic in Roland Garros 2009. I remember because I watched the match live in Eurosport.
Okay.
And now when you see what Novak has achieved in his career, do you give an extra value to this victory than then?
Well, at that time he was, of course, a little younger player and not on the same level maybe than he is now. But I had some really great matches against him. Of course, the ones you win, it's always very special. Also, the one in Indian Wells we played. But overall, it's just very great for me. Maybe it's also hard to play tennis the past years because I think we played on maybe the highest level of top tennis players in the world because you had Novak, Rafa, Federer and Murray. We have 4 amazing players that time. So sometimes it was also hard because they were really amazing, but also maybe a very, a very special or great moment to share the court with them because it's a great thing to play all the greatest tennis players in the world in my career.
Mm-hmm. Regarding the big three, you have been able to defeat Novak twice and almost 3 times when in Indian Wells 2010 you had 3 match
points. Yes.
From
This I remember.
Yeah, I have watched many times these highlights of this match, and twice Novak, Rafa once in Halle to 2012, I think. You have also beaten Murray. You have a positive head-to-head with a champion in Grand Slam like Marin Cilic, and he's also twice finalist. You beat Dominic Thiem in Munich, who is also Grand Slam champion and clay court specialist, and you have beaten Murray once, but you were very close to the victory in Dubai 2017 against him. And
I also remember, yes.
Roland Garros 2014.
Yeah, 5 sets.
Yes, I remember.
You see, some matches I remember.
This one is very special. When you were focused on your tennis, and your tennis was flowing, did you feel able to beating anyone? Because even Djokovic said after losing to you at Indian Wells 2019 that when he is feeling the ball on a given day, he can really win against anybody on any surface.
Of course, this is a very great words from him. I don't know, sometimes if you have many possibilities, you have also many thoughts. And I've given, I think, very great weapons in tennis and possibilities to play. But sometimes you lose maybe also, let's say, the easy way to win. Sometimes you make it more complicated if you play the drop shot here and not the solid other stroke. But of course, yes, I think when I really feel really great and the surroundings are great, let's say the ball taking a lot of topspin, then I played a very, very good game and capable game that I can beat everyone.
Yeah, and one of your most famous shots is the backhand, because it's very beautiful and very, very good shot, because you are always able to mix the effects and everything. And is for you your favorite ground stroke, your favorite shot in tennis, or do you prefer, I don't know, the forehand or the volley serve?
Well, since so many people say that my backhand is so nice or good looking, I always went that I really like to play backhand. And it's true. I mean, I really like to play backhands. I think I have a very nice timing, and also the possibilities I can do, playing down the line, flat, playing aggressive, playing a short angle. So the options on the backhand are pretty good. And that's why I think it's a very special shot, and it was always tough for the opponent to read my backhand, so I felt very comfortable to play it.
Yeah, I remember one match. I remember very much, Philip, but in Australian Open 2008 versus Andy Roddick, you got 104 winners, and I think about 37 winners with your backhand. That this is something incredible.
Yeah, and the statistics of this match is I served very well. I moved great. It was a very good day for me.
Mm-hmm. In fact, I'm gonna show you. I don't know if you recognize. Okay, you can see the image, but I have the Wilson K-Blade 98 here.
Okay.
My side, and I wanted to show you, but you can see me. I remember that. Sorry. According to the next gen, Philip, because you have played versus the past generation, and you have also played versus the next gen and the youngest players that they are now on the tour in the top spots.
Yeah.
What are the difference between the generations? Because, for instance, Tony Nadal said 2 weeks ago that the top tennis players of before or of past generations were better than those of now. You have been able to play against past generation and current generation. So what do you think about this, Philip?
Maybe I would say you can agree a little bit with Tony Nadal. Because I think the possibilities of the old generation were a little bit, let's say, bigger. They had a little bit more options in their game, except maybe Alcaraz. I mean, he's a very complete player, and he can really step in the footsteps of Rafa or Novak, because, I mean, he's so young, he has so much talent, but he's very much the exception. All the others play a little bit more one-dimensional, if you would say. They only have one game plan, and if this game plan works, it looks really great. But if they struggle, they still hit the ball full power, and if it's not working, okay, then they lose. And I think, or I hope that I get Tony in the right way, that, you know, if Rafa was losing, he could start playing different kind of tennis, maybe less aggressive or even more aggressive, playing serve and volley. So he changed the possibility of playing tennis. And I think at the moment, the newer generation, they only play one way of tennis. And that's why I agree a little bit with Tony Nadal.
And we are close to the end of this interview, Philipp. Nowadays, it's fashionable. It's really trendy to talk about the GOAT of tennis. I think that is, is an opinion. But do you dare to give a name for the GOAT, or do you want to?
Well,
to share your opinion?
No. I have no problem to share. It's for me very simple. If you talk about the style of tennis, the possibilities somebody can play tennis, I have to say Roger is my favorite in this category, because very simple, he can play everything. You know, if you want to see great touch, serve and volley, power or defense, this guy can do anything with the ball. That's why on this side, if you ask me to watch Roger, if you go from the statistics, you have to go by Novak, because he's thinking everybody when you go with six and winning tournament. So that's why I have a little bit let's say two coins in this category.
The only one player from the big three you didn't beat was Roger, but the Rafa and Novak, yes. Versus Roger, it was different. What's the differences between these players?
Well, I think it's the compatibility of my game and Roger's game. You know, he's very aggressive and he takes the ball very early. So he gives me with his game no time to play my game. And that's the difference. Rafa is playing a little bit more defensive. That's why I maybe say sometimes great matches against him, because I was able to play a little bit more my tennis. Like I said, against Roger, he's so aggressive that it's almost impossible to play your game. You have to adjust to his game, and then it makes it sometimes very hard to compete with him.
Okay, now we go with a quick round. Philipp, you have to, if you want to give an answer longer, you can do it. But if you are shorter, so much better. So
okay, I try my best.
Okay, thank you very much. Are you ready, Philipp?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Clay, hard court, or grass?
Clay.
Favorite ATP tournament?
Indian West.
Favorite Grand Slam?
US Open.
Flat or topspin?
Of course, topspin.
Best friend on tour?
Before it was Mikael Yushny. Dominic Thiem is now a little bit okay. I was at the end of my career. We played practice a lot, so we have to.
Beach, mountain, countryside, or city?
Beach.
You are very welcome in Andalusia, in south Spain.
Yes.
You are you are invited. Biggest rival on ATP tour?
That's a good question. Just for myself. Gael Monfils, because he beat me too many times.
Yeah, 15-2, I think is the head-to-head.
Yeah, not very good, but he was a or he is still a very tough opponent.
One color, Philipp?
Blue.
One food?
Schweizhaxen. It's a typical Bavarian food. You can eat it on the Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I have never been there, but one day I hope to go there.
At the moment it started, so you can still come.
Yeah, I'm on time, but now I have a lot of work here in my hometown, but I hope one year to go there.
Okay.
One word or sentence in Spanish?
I can speak a little bit more. Of course, buenos días, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo se llama? Buenas noches, stuff like this. Little Spanish I can speak.
You know more than I speak German.
Your German was very good, I have to say. Very good German.
Writing so much better than speaking, but well. If Philipp Kohlschreiber hadn't been tennis player, he would be?
That's a very good question. A cook, chef cook.
Well, so you cook in your free time?
Yes, I enjoy to make barbecues, also cook regular foods. I invite my family to Christmas to make a very big meat in the oven, like for 5-6 kilos. So yes, I like to make experiments in the kitchen.
Good to know. If I go to South Germany, wait for my...
Yes, yes.
And now this interview has been...
very special and very big and nice compliments from you. So it was a very big pleasure. I don't give so many interviews anymore, but it was one of the best ones I had for a very, very long time.
Despite of my English level, because I was a little bit nervous, Philipp, I have to say that. But thank you very much for your time, your kindness. And you will always have open arms here in Punto de Break channel, you know.
Thanks a lot. Hopefully we can talk in the future once again, maybe in a new position or something else. So yeah, thanks a lot. It was a big pleasure also from my side.
Thank you very much, Philipp.
Ciao, ciao. Okay. Ciao.